Hi guys, BikerKaz here. Now it's wet and windy weather outside today, so it's garage stuff today for me. My Z900 needs an oil change, so I'm in the garage to do that. I have to say, never done an oil change before, so this should be quite interesting. So I've got my oil, I've got my filter, I've got my coffee, and I've got my garage dog Minnie. Minnie, you going to help today? Right, so the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get the filter ready. So if I just get it out of the box, and I've got to take this off. Okay, now this is, most oil filters don't come greased, although the high flow does, but we just like to put a little bit extra on just to make sure that there's enough grease on there. So a little bit of grease, and then just grease the outside like that. I think I was a bit stingy then. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, just like that. And then we've got to fill the filter up with oil. Okay, now the idea of doing this is that filling the filter before we put the the new filter onto the bike minimises the time that the engine is starved with oil when you first start it. So this is why we do this. So just put some oil in there. I just have to let that drain a little bit. It's soaking all the oil into it. Just a little bit more. And oh, I think that might be it. Just touch more. There we go. So that's that bit done. So we've primed the filter. Now I've got to go over to the bike and get the old filter off. Right, so we'll come over to the bike. First thing we have to do is loosen the filler plug just ever so slightly to let some air out, let some air in when we let the oil out. I think I've got that the right way around. I am no expert. And then the next point we do is down here, don't know if you can see, right under here is the drain filler plug. So we need to undo that to let the oil out. So very important, make sure you've got your bucket in place. We always put a bit of paper down as well, just for extra spillages. So bucket's in place, and then you've got your ratchet, and then we're going there we go. Woo, there we go. That's the oil coming out. Can you see that? So we've got to let all of that come out before we put in the clean. I'm not sure how long this takes. We got time for coffee? Oh, Minnie, you come to help. Oh yeah, Minnie's come to have a look. Look at that, Minnie. Min, look. You don't want to drink that. No. Right, so while the last of the oil is dripping out, I've just got to clean the bowl up before we put it back on. And I forgot to say, when you take the bolt out, make sure you've got the washer that comes with it as well. Make sure you don't have to go fishing about in the oil, the dirty oil, to find it. Luckily, I had hold of it, because that could have been very messy. So I'll clean that up. And then my other half likes to use blue Hylamar just to belt and braces. It's probably not necessary, but it is something that he likes to do. He's a bit fastidious in the garage. So a little bit on there. There we go. So that's that. And then I'm just going to wipe around the edge of where the bolt comes out of, just to make sure there's no dirt on there. and then I'm just going to put the bolt back in and hope that I don't lose it and drop it into the oil. Wow, I did it. So that's back in. I've got to remember to turn that back on to up, because I always forget that bit, and then just do it up. There we go. Wow, how easy is that? My other half always says that these jobs are hard in the garage and he disappears for hours, but I'm not so sure. That seemed quite easy to me. I am no expert, by the way. So we've done that, we've got to change the filter. Right, next thing we're going to do before we put the new oil filter on is we're going to put the new oil in. Minnie's very kindly helping me with this bit. Now, some people put the oil filter on first and then the oil, but my other half likes to do the oil first and then the filter. It's a hang up from when he used to work on Rover V8s when they unprimed their pumps. So this is why we're doing it this way. So we're going to undo the filler cap here. Okay, and then this is the oil level window here. I don't know if you can see, there's some marks on here. So we're going to fill up the oil until we can see the oil level is at this top mark here. So put me so see what's left in this old can. Put the oil in. We might have to speed this bit up for you guys because this could be very laborious. Minnie, how's that level doing? Can you see? Oh, you're useless. Oh. I don't know if you can see the level rising on that filler window. I can just about. Right, so the next part is putting the new filter on, which is all ready. You can see it's full of oil. So I've got my oil pump pliers. So if you can see the oil filter, sorry, not oil pump, oil filter. God dear. Right, so the oil filter is here. Okay, so I've got to get these in here and just turn it. Good. Right. And then that's it, we're undoing it by hand. So make sure you've got your bowl underneath, guys, because oil will come out. So whoop, that's it. Ooh, you see the oil coming out. So we've got the new filter here, and we're literally just going to put the new filter back on. Screw that back on, she says. There we go. Very messy, very oily, as you can imagine. I've got me, and then we just do it back up again. So I'll just check that that's done. So that's basically changing the oil filter. To me, that was quite simple, which is good. But we haven't quite finished yet because we've got to start the bike up to get the oil round. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to start the bike up to get the oil pumping around the engine, and then also to make sure there's no leaks. So you might not be able to hear me very well when I start the bike up, but hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So hang on a minute. Okay. So I've just run it up, set the smoke alarm off because I forgot to open the garage door, top tip there. So it's all okay. I've checked for leaks, can't see any. So we're going to get the bike off the paddock stand now and then check the level. And then hopefully we're nearly done. So I've got the bike off the paddock stand. I made sure my stand was down first. Now we've got to check the level, oil level, to see if it needs any more. So we have to go around to this side of the bike, and then you may need an extra set of hands because you've got to pull the bike up to check. So if we just hold the bike up like that and we check the level down here, and it does need topping up. Right, so that is the oil change done. I checked the level. It is on the top marks there, so that's all good. And that is it, basically. I can't believe how easy that was. My other half always says how he's got to go and change the oil and then disappears in the garage for a long time. But I actually found that quite easy. Now, I am in no way near an expert in the garage. In fact, I'm a complete novice. I'm just someone that rides a bike and is trying to learn a few bits of basic maintenance about my bike. So if you're in any way concerned or not sure about anything, please do seek proper professional advice as to what you should do. But that's it really. Hope you've enjoyed my video. I've really enjoyed being in the garage today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That would be really good. Any support you can give me is great. And if you can check out my website, BikerKaz.com, that would be brilliant too. Check out the merch side for sale on my buffs on here, and also a beanie hat. So any support you can give me is really good because it helps me do more videos like this and supports my channel. But really good to see you guys. Hopefully see you on the road. I'm going to go and test ride my bike.